Hi, welcome back. Or if you're just joining, my name is Maya, and welcome to my channel, Cranleyplace, where I'm focused on Hermès scarf style, inspiration, and more. Before we get started, let me give a shout out to all the channel members, and special welcome to the knot connoisseurs and elegant insiders. I appreciate your ongoing support. If you haven't seen the membership options, please do check them out. In this video, I'll review a 90 centimeter silk twill from Hermès' Spring-Summer 2026 season called Grand Galop by Thibault Huchard. We'll take a look at the artist's background and design lineage, the design inspiration and visual architecture, and then a collector's ranking of the available colorways and why. Let's get started. When we talk about contemporary Hermès scarf illustration, Thibault Huchard represents a particularly interesting bridge between heritage draftsmanship and a modern sense of movement. Huchard trained as an illustrator with a strong grounding in observational drawing. You can see it immediately in the way he renders musculature, tack, and gesture. His lines are confident but never rigid. They carry a sense of breadth. That quality is especially important within the visual culture of Hermès, where equestrian imagery isn't just decorative, it's foundational to the brand's identity. Unlike some Hermès artists whose work leans heavily into ornament or narrative tableau, Huchard's approach is kinetic. He's fascinated by motion, not only how a horse moves, but how movement can be translated into rhythm across silk. You'll often notice that his compositions guide the eye in arcs rather than straight lines, creating a feeling of circulation rather than static framing. There's also a quiet respect for classical equestrian illustration traditions here. If you look closely at Grand Galop, the anatomy is precise, the tack historically grounded, and the proportions elegant rather than stylized. But Huchard softens that precision with atmosphere. Subtle line weight shifts, small gestural marks, and spacing that lets the composition breathe. In the broader Hermès lineage, you can think of his work as sitting somewhere between the technical fidelity of earlier house illustrators and the freer graphic language of more contemporary contributors. That balance makes his designs especially appealing to collectors. They feel unmistakably Hermès, yet not archival pastiche. What's compelling about Huchard is that he doesn't treat the carré as a flat surface. He treats it as a field of motion, and that philosophy is exactly what makes Grand Galop resonate. It's not just about horses, it's about energy translated into silk. Grand Galop is at its core a study of equestrian dynamism, the moment when power, elegance, and control coexist. The title itself evokes the highest gait in classical riding, the gallop. But rather than depicting a literal racing scene, the design abstracts the sensation of speed. Horses appear in sweeping trajectories, often overlapping or echoing one another, creating a visual cadence across the carré. What makes the composition particularly successful is this balance between structure and openness. The horses form a loose circular rhythm that naturally draws the eye around the scarf, which is ideal from a styling perspective. This ensures that whenever the silk folds, you retain that sense of movement. Another hallmark here is the interplay between line and negative space. Huchard doesn't crowd the surface, he allows breathing room. That restraint gives the scarf a modern clarity while still feeling rooted in Hermès tradition. It's an approach that reads beautifully both when fully displayed and when knotted, because the motifs remain legible even in fragments. There's also an emotional tone worth noting. Unlike some equestrian designs that emphasize pageantry or competition, Grand Galop feels lyrical. The horses aren't posed, they're in motion, almost suspended in time. That gives the design a sense of optimism and lift, which is one reason it translates so well across color palettes. From a collector's standpoint, this is a design that sits comfortably in multiple wardrobes. It has enough graphic presence to feel distinctive, and also enough restraint to remain wearable. In Hermès terms, it occupies that sweet spot between statement piece and everyday classic, a design you can live with, not just archive. There are at least 7 colorways to be found online, each giving Grand Galop a distinct personality. I'll walk through them as a collector ranking, considering versatility, visual impact, and long-term appeal. Starting with the rouge, cuir, and sepia. Confident, rich, and assertive, this one in daylight reads vibrant and saturated. The contrast is crisp. In indoor, the red warms beautifully, becoming deeper, almost lacquered. This one, for collectors, is the strongest alignment with long-standing Hermès chromatic tradition. Red paired with saddle brown and deep sepia feels deeply house-coated and historically resilient. Strongly timeless, this one shows a mature refinement, ideal for seasoned collectors, equestrian purists, and classic wardrobe builders. Next, the blue marine, cuir, and caramel. This is timeless, classic, confident, and quietly powerful. In daylight, the crisp contrast has a deeply tailored feel, and indoors, the caramel warms and adds depth. This is the next most classically Hermès palette of the group. Navy grounds the design, while caramel and cuir tones echo saddlery heritage. It transitions seamlessly from casual to formal styling. Timeless and refined, this one also has minimal risk of feeling seasonal, and with that is also likely an enduring collector choice. Next, the vert émeraude, cuir, and rouge. Dramatic and iconic, this one is bold and expressive. In daylight, emerald reads vivid and energetic, while indoors, it deepens into a jewel-like richness. This one is for collectors who love strong color with heritage undertones. The red adds vibrancy without overwhelming the equestrian theme. Refined but statement-making, this one is a modern classic with personality. Next, the crème, cuir, and vert. Elegant and understated, this one offers a soft, sophisticated mood. In daylight, it reads as airy and luminous, while indoors, it is warm and quietly polished. This one is a beautiful option for those who prefer lighter palettes that still feel grounded. It will be extremely wearable across seasons. Timeless with a gentle elegance, this one is less dramatic but very enduring. Next, we have the Bleu Ciel, Gris, and Cuir. Fresh and contemporary, this one feels light, open, and modern. In daylight, it reads as bright and breezy, while indoors, it becomes cool and subtle. This one is sure to appeal to collectors who enjoy a softer, more relaxed interpretation of equestrian themes. This will work especially well in casual styling contexts. This colorway feels youthful but still refined, a modern wardrobe piece rather than a formal one. Next, the orange cuir, and prick. Warm and expressive, this one feels energetic and autumnal. In daylight, it reads as vibrant and lively, while indoors it becomes cozy and enveloping. This one is for collectors who enjoy rich, warm palettes and statement accessories. Less neutral, but very characterful. Expressive and slightly seasonal, this one has a very strong visual presence. And last but not least, Rose Traguet, Alezon, and Anthracite. Fashion forward and playful, this offers soft yet striking contrast. In daylight, the pastel tones feel fresh and modern. Indoors, the anthracite anchors and adds sophistication. This was likely to appeal to style-forward collectors who enjoy a subtle twist on equestrian palettes. It feels more youthful and fashion-leaning, but still balanced by the darker neutral. Ultimately, Grand Galop is a design that captures something essential about Hermès. Not just the horse as symbol, but the sensation of motion and craftsmanship that sits at the heart of the brand's identity. Across its colorways, you can see how the palette alone shifts the narrative, from timeless and tailored to expressive and contemporary. Yet the core design remains strong in every iteration, which is often the mark of a successful Hermès carré. For collectors, this is a piece that offers both heritage resonance and visual energy. For wearers, it's a scarf that feels alive, something that changes with movement, light, and styling. So there you have it, more on this design from Hermès' Spring-Summer 2026 collection. Please like and share the video if you enjoyed it, and let me know what you think in the comments. In future episodes, I'll share other scarf reviews, inspiration, and more, so be sure to hit that subscribe button to be notified of new videos. Thanks again for joining me today. Until next time!